The mission of the Coalition is to champion and amplify the use of improvement methods to transform educational systems so they serve all of our young people, especially those furthest from opportunity.
So we're here to do what has not been done before, and that is to not just exist in little pockets of excellence here and there, but to come together as a coalition so that we can change the system of education so that every child is seen and heard and valued, and they all have access to education that honors the brilliance that is in them.
So here I stand, an improver who deeply believes that education saves lives. It is not only the great equalizer, but also the great stabilizer. It disrupts poverty, it creates access, and it makes dreams possible.
What I love about this community is the widespread belief that our knowledge of how to improve schools is possibly wrong and definitely incomplete. So, whether you are a first-time attendee or a seasoned improver, please know this. Here, your knowledge counts.
I'm an improver because I believe a child's education should not rely on luck. Schools should be designed so that every student has access to the best possible education, whether you're the child of a superintendent or you're the child of a street vendor like me.
Centering the experiences of students and really elevating that voice as part of a deep data set that we have to dig into. And by dig into, I don't mean what do you notice, what do you wonder. I mean really engaging in some analytical, some really qualitative research tools to unpack the meaning from these experiences and to use that as a way for us to grow.
With these leaders and in this place, we can talk about that openly, we can share what we really feel, and we can plan the resistance of how to give kids that open chance to really reach their potential.
If we're about transformation, then we also need to challenge ourselves and give ourselves the freedom to dream. We need to set aims so ambitious that they push us to be our best selves, do our best work for the millions of students that we collectively represent.
Ask us hard questions, help us see what we're missing, and work with us to design something better. Because if we want to move to a world where school systems are continuously learning, we are going to need your help.
This is not a time to be discussing why we might want to work together. This is not a time to be discussing whether we should consider working together. This is the time to discuss how we are going to work together to bring justice and light.
If we design, we learn alongside, and we ask questions, systems change. And when systems change, lives change. And so as a result of that work, it's not about doing more or working harder. It's about learning better. Because when adults learn better, students do too. And that's why I'm an improver.
Be curious, ask a lot of questions, imagine, be willing to be inspired, and then when you leave this place, take all of that learning forward into the work that you do, because at the end of the day, all of us in here are impacting potentially millions of children. I look at it this way, what we are engaged in is called generations work. We are impacting the generations beyond us. So when you come into this space with a heart to learn, a heart to share, and a heart to take back.